Very good morning. So firstly, let me thank IIEBM management for inviting me here. And I also want to welcome you all here. This is your induction and your entry to the corporate world. You have 2 years of gap, right? You have just entered here, and after 2 years, the whole corporate world is open to you. You will be learning here in the institute the various topics, subjects, multiple skill. So my teaching here will be only experience based. You are with me? Yes, okay. So before I go to the presentation, let me tell you the little background, because I am having now more than 4 decades of experience. When I started my career, except your faculty member, I think none of you were born, right? Yeah, because I started my career in 1982. So today I stopped counting how many years, but it is now more than 40 years. Okay, so those days to today when I see, and it's not that I was not excited when I entered to the corporate world, but today I find very exciting time in India. And that is the main thing I want to drive during my deliberation. So prior to 1990, because you are going to be the management student, you are the management student, so you will be also understanding the history, how management has driven in India. Of course, a lot of teaching today are based on what is made in USA. Most of textbooks, most of management books, those are driven from USA or West. But then you also need to understand that from where we are coming, where our industrial revolution is coming. And the company which I started with was known as a Hindustan Machine Tool, HMT, and I was with the watch industry. The company was known as a timekeepers to the nation. If somebody goes there and search the title, in Hindi it was called as a Rashtra ke Samay Prahari. That company was formed by none other than the Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to help to the army Jawans so that they can see the timing. Because once the story is that he went to the border. During his interaction with the army Jawan, he asked that, what is one thing you want from me? And then Jawan said that while my sergeant, my major is having a big clock in his hand and is able to keep the time, we don't have anything except in the barrack big clock. So we fail to meet the time, and most of the time we go under punishment. So if we can get the watch, and from where this thought came, because they were in the British time and they saw that some of their seniors are having the watches in their hand. And then Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru said to HMT, which is the machine tool company, the build watches. And that was company was formed. So prior to 1990 or 1991 was one era which in Indian industry we call as a license Raj or controlled economy, where one and everything was controlled by the government. If government want, then it was there. Okay, before I continue my deliberation, a piece of advice. And I love these girls taking a note. You have fantastic notebook with you. You have pen or pencil with you. Use it. And I will tell you a story about this. Why you have to use. I was talking to Professor Jatinder before coming you here. I was talking about Sloan School of Management. Any one of you know Sloan School of Management? No, good. If you don't know, then it is interesting to tell you. Sloan School, very good. Okay, so somebody is there. Interesting. So Sloan School Management is the subsidiary organization, we can say, of MIT. And you all know MIT. not MIT of Pune. Okay? Massachusetts Institute of Technology. So they also have management school. So this management school have a story about 0.7 mm clutch pencil. So the school departmental, their management school department is having a special this clutch pencil. Every student has to have this clutch pencil in their pocket and their diary. And they are taught to write verbatim what is said by whether professor or visiting faculty. So good, you write whatever I say. And it is called verbatim writing. What is verbatim? Yes, it is. Yeah, right? And they have made a research on this, that when you are, let's say, listening a lecture, and even this will be useful in your classroom, your mind start processing. Because the mind job is, brain has to process what is being taught. And when you start processing, goes to the logic and goes to the stories. And after few minutes, you find that professor is somewhere, you are somewhere else, where your word has gone somewhere. So they said, when you are listening and when you are writing, your focus and concern is absolutely there on the subject. So when you use more than 2 or 3 senses, then you can have a greater focus than one sense. So to have your focus, the second advantage is that I will come here for 1.5 hours, I will talk to you, I'll go back, and you'll forget, and you will have only impression about what I have said. And what is that impression? Either you'll say, okay, he was good, or he was bad. But if you are having your note, you can look back and see that what has been told to me, what is useful to me, right? Not for me, you do it for yourself. And then whatever this diary you create is your own intellectual property, personal PIP you can say, personal intellectual property. And I can tell you just so that somebody get motivated. My learning diary, what was there in 1982, is still there with me. And it has been used by many, because that is the power of creating that. Today is the word of this one, right? You use this maximum. The problem with this is, for example, when I am telling you or I am showing you figure, you can draw it. And again, it also defocuses. So my advice is, while I am talking to you, please take a note. I will not say verbatim, but where you find it interesting. But don't keep your pen and diary idle. That is given to you for something, some purpose. Okay? Okay. So this is my first lesson today for your induction. You are ready with it?
Yes, sir.
Your professor might have already told you. Maybe it is a repetition. But when you connect with this, what is happening, somebody to Google and see that why this is so important in Srona School of Management, then you will find that this is also very important critical at IIEBM. Okay? And you will appreciate, yes, I am today appreciating after so many years, that all my learning diary has become my personal intellectual property. So 1991, before was a license Raj, 1991, India started with the liberalization. And then many industry came, private industries, and that's how Indian economy started. And that was a crisis year. India didn't have the foreign currency. There's a huge problem. So then the government that time decided to open up the economy. Now next milestone to remember is Y2K. Some of you might have born by that time. Yes? You can put hand. Were born by 2000? One or few, okay. So what is special about Y2K? Anybody knows that? Yes?
My name is Parth. I know that in my college time I had made made a PPT on Y2K, and
Yeah.
it is the it has the world's most biggest share of making the zips.
Okay. Yes. So Y2K is nothing but year 2000. Year 2000 has a huge problem in the world because the whatever software made before that, they wanted to conserve the space. So for the year they have 2 digit only. It is 97, 98, 99. So they didn't have 4 digit. Now when year 2000 came, to write 0 and then see that year, and this one was a big challenge, and they found that it will be crisis in IT. So they had to convert all the program made so far for the year column in the 4 digit. It's not as simple. When you have so many legacy data, so many programs, it's not, and that time AI was not there to just say and then convert it. So huge requirement was there for the IT engineers, and in fact not IT engineers, anybody who knew the computer literacy or coding, simple coding. And that was the year of beginning of IT for the India. Indian IT literacy student and professional were in high demand in Silicon Valley. Anybody knowing little bit computer, they can get the visa, and that was change of landscape in India. So one was 1991, then second one came in year 2000. And then whole IT landscape, today you can see that, who are there at the top in the world in the IT domain. Most, I don't need presentation. I don't need presentation. I have presentation, but I will come to that. Let me bring them to the today. I am still in year 2000. Okay, so that changed the whole landscape. So from 2000, I will jump 20 years, not 10 years, 2020. What happened in 2020? Everybody knows that because you have seen that during your college or your school, you have faced that. Was it a challenge? Yes? You all were locked down. Was it an opportunity? What was the opportunity? Anybody? One. Anyone? One with one word, tell me. It was challenge, you were all locked down. Yes, please.
Jai Hind, sir. My
Jai
name is
Hind.
Aryan Chaturvedi. And sir, opportunity is a choice or opportunity again. A chance, you get a chance to prove yourself is an opportunity.
Okay, so let me tell the simple thing. We never knew that the whole world will be paralyzed by one virus, right? So we started knowing that the whole world can be paralyzed by one virus at one place anywhere in the. So you know how connected is the world. So the world had no realization that world is so connected, and that is the relevance for you today as a management student. How the relevance. Second thing, if I say that we knew how to learn without going to the classes. Even the primary student started learning from the their mobile, right? You were in somewhere high school, most of you started learning online. Before that it was unimaginable. Nobody will allow you also. Your parents will not allow to stick to computer. They will say, okay, put up books. Correct? So that was the big change. Why it happened? Because at least India was ready for that. We have 5G. People are criticizing that my 3G doesn't work, my 4G doesn't work. We are going for 5G. But then when need is there, then we know that how it works. Another big opportunity. The whole world came to know that dependency on one sector is quite dangerous to the world. The whole chip industry collapsed. They didn't have the chip to manufacture the product. Today you name the product, chip is there. Your car, one car. Can somebody think that how many chips will be there inside the car? Any number is okay. It's not right answer, but some answer. Yes. How many chips will be there inside computer? Inside car? If you see the microchip, which is brain part, it is more than 200 today. So your car is having more than 200 brains. Everything in your house cannot work without chip. Whether it's a fridge, it's a microwave, your washing machine, dishwasher, anything. Forget about mobile, of course, there. The whole world again paralyzed because of the collapse in the supply chain. And then world came with one new terminology. They said China plus one. You know? You heard of, anybody heard about China plus one? So Europe said we want China plus one. So that because most of the companies have part their manufacturing in China. Whether it is Japanese company, is European company or American company, everybody parked over there. So then they said, no, this world order is different. One virus can kill our business, our country even. So then they came with China. That was the big opportunity for India. Because China plus one was India, Vietnam, Indonesia, Southeast Asia and India. So this is a big opportunity for us. And so 2000 onward, 2020 onward, we have seen this growth. And after 2020, you know that now today's crisis, different wars, geopolitical, you have huge energy crisis. What is the opportunity now? Pardon? One voice. Shift to electric. Energy independence. Right? Now government is searching this thing, oil and gases in Krishna Basin. This was researched about 30 years before. And then they said it's not economic to explore oil from the Krishna Basin in this Andhra belt. Now they are saying no, it is now possible. Why? Because we have another crisis. So think that every crisis brings the opportunity. And today, I think, as I said, that I wanted to tell from that period to today's period. Today you are you can say you are most fortunate generation which is having seen this kind of India where opportunity is abundance. And that is you should be proud of, that we are the part of that generation where we have everything we can explore. Now it depends on you, how really you can make it. Okay? So I will show you one thing now before I go to my, he is waiting to run. Perhaps I have that still. What is this? Pencil. Is pencil, okay. How many people are required to make one pencil and to bring it to your hand? How many people may be required? Simple product, very simple. You have seen from the childhood. First thing you started with a crayon and then maybe pencil. How many people may be required? Yeah? 4 to 5? Any other number? Yes. Yes, lady. Yeah. 10? Okay. 10 is better number than 4. You can get higher the back side. Those are most important people over there. They are most creator. Because when you are talking, some other creation is going on. Okay, come on from back side. Yes? 30. Okay, we go further, the number goes up. So let me go to this side end. What is the number required to manufacture this product and bring to your hand? The last bench. Any number is okay. Till now it is 30. 20. You have not gone. Let me now tell you. Also, let me ask you, how many countries involved, countries, to make this pencil in India and bring to your hand? 1? Okay. So let me try to tell you, I am not going to give you a number because number will be amazing. Let's say you need wood. How many people will be required to grow the wood in the forest? This wood is not available anywhere. You are thinking about just getting this pencil made in the company. But before coming to the company, it will be grown from the seed. You need the land to cultivate. Somebody will prepare the land. Somebody will put it. Somebody will wait for so many years. They will cut it. They will bring it to the shed. They will bring it to the manufacturing unit. Then they will process and do this about the wood part. How about the lead? Lead is not something available in the grocery store. You go to the ore mine first. Take out from the mine. And then you have whole equipment, logistic, processing. And then lead will be coming, and then from the lead you will process this pencil. Lead is a metal, then process it. So if you think it is the whole number of people required will be more than 10,000 people involved in making one lead pencil. Even if it is manufactured in any company, it will be packed, it will process, then you are having painting, you are having marking, you will be having marketing, you will be having logistic. It will go to the big store, then it will go to distributor, then channel, and then the shopkeeper and to you. Many thousand. That is what today as a management student, when you work, you need to think about the entire game. This is about the pencil. What will happen if you make EV car, you make AI, or you make let's say aircraft or railway engine. So it is very easy for us to say that we should have this and we should have that, but to make, and then I was talking about country. Our ore for this comes from China. The wood equipment comes from Japan. The lead making comes from the Germany. And if you see this whole manufacturing, for example, in the mines, we don't know, something coming from USA, something coming from Australia, and something is made in India also, like some processes. To make one pencil, so many countries, so many people, then you get the pencil. So this is the story of one pencil. Remember that when you're working in corporate, every work, every product or every system is so interconnected, and that is what as a management student you need to understand that. If you really understand that, then you have a lot of problem to solve. If you don't understand, then it is the person who is selling to you. You are going to a store and say, I went to a store, I saw only one person, and only one person is involved in this. That is the mistake most of us we make. The word is not so simple. And there is a reason, today morning I was just thinking, what will make you understand the subject for which you have enrolled here? And I was writing with this, I said, okay, let me carry this one and ask you. So when you are entering into your car after 2 years, but if this is today is your gateway, you need to be aware of whatever work, whatever domain I want to work. What is the whole system? How interconnected is it? I understand, it was told to me that you all are learning ERP, SAP. Again, think about that. How complex is supply chain? How complex is its distribution? How complex is its uses? The whole system. And if you really understand this one, from the example of pencil, perhaps you will be able to understand your job better. And then you also understand why I have to read so many subjects, why I have to read so many things. When somebody, let's say, wants to go to only supply chain, then he may think that Why not only read the supply chain? But without understanding the operation, without understanding logistics, without understanding marketing, manufacturing, you cannot be the expert for the supply chain. Okay? So that was my example. Now, so far any question? Okay, we go to the presentation, a formal part. Where to start? No, it's not coming here. It will come there only. Okay, not here. Right. Okay. Okay, so this is my part of formal deliberation. What can you say? There are three, I say 3 leg. So 3 is the most stable element in the word. If you have 4-leg chair, still it won't be fully equilibrium until you make it smooth. But if you have 3, it will be sitting on 3. So 3 is a very interesting word. So most of my presentation goes only in the 3. And the 3 is easy to remember. If you have too many, then quite difficult. So when you are making your summary or presentation, try to finish in 3 and maximum 5. Don't go beyond that. Nobody has patience to read so much. So my first topic is future. Because it is said that reshaping mind and shaping future. So I need to talk about what is future. And whose future we are talking? Your future. Your future depends on what? Your future depends on where you want to work, right? As a country, if there is a nation building, if there is a future of India, then your future is there with that, right? So we'll connect your future with the future of India. So I'll talk about future of India. And then whatever analogy you want to make, you can make with that. Second thing, what is written? Is skill required for future. Again, whose future? No, it is again nation building. Until you think big, you make a mistake. It's not me. What is my purpose? Your future will be guaranteed. In my time, there are no so many job opportunities. So we have to live with that, but you have so many opportunities. Don't worry about that. If you are able to link with the big purpose, then you can create your future. So I will again think about this title. It is your skill for what? Future building of nation and future building of corporate. Then only we can survive, and then only you can see the future. Future will be not made ready by others. You need to create that. Too big word? But you need to start thinking now. It is only gap of 2 years. And then you will be in the real world. Backside, are you able to connect with me? If not, then you can ask, I can come here sometime to see a few faces. Okay. You are comfortable? We don't have more chair here this side. So somebody can come forward. They're too far. Okay. What is third? What could be third topic? Implementation? Right one will be given award by your institute. I am not carrying any reward here. Okay. Mindset. So I will discuss on 3 topics. Future. You can think about your future. Really, I am not talking about your future, because your future depends on future of what we want to build. I want to talk about the skill building for which you have entered this institute. Then most important, whether you have a skill is well important. Mindset is super critical important for that. So I'll only deliberate on 3 topics. I go to first topic, future of India. This decade is ours. You might have heard from other speaker too. You agree with me? If you don't agree, then also you have to say yes. That is dilemma in the institute. Because when some professors say, then you have to say yes, sir. Okay? But you can say no to me. I'm not your professor. But to tell you really, I have seen this more than 40 years. From at least last 10 years or last 5-6 years, I am super excited about the country. I am super excited about what is happening here. And next 10 years is really ours. So be assured that you are at the right time. And why so? What are the drivers of India's growth? Demographic advantage. We have the young population, youngest population in the world. There are some other countries also, but we have advantage over that. They don't have, they can't take picture, right? They don't have mobile. Okay. I can share this thing if you are interested. If I come to know that you are interested, then I can share it with you. If you are not interested, I will delete the file. I created only for you 2 days back. Demographic advantage is that of young population, educated population. Then we have good digital literacy in country. It is better than many other countries. We are better in digital adoption than Europe. You will be surprised that we are still behind China in every aspect, not only digital world, every aspect, much behind China. But we are ahead of many countries. We are ahead of South Asian countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, these places. We are ahead of, I can say, Europe. Of course, US is pioneering, taking again that is led by Indian. Manufacturing and innovation. Again, manufacturing is happening in a good way. Why manufacturing and is important? You are not going to manufacturing, maybe few, but most of you will be going to the service company or tech company or IT tech company, correct? Why manufacturing is important? Can I hear from the backside? We can use send the mic there. I love the backbenchers, yes. Yes. It's not that only. Everything is created around the manufacturing. You need ERP for what? You need other services, IT for what? If there is a manufacturing, there is a supply chain, there is a marketing, there is a IT, then services. So whole world, all this industrial world or the best economy world is around manufacturing, because that creates the complete ecosystem other than the huge job creation. If you are putting up, let's say, you today hear about the defense sector coming up in India at various places, you come across chip manufacturing coming in India. So it's not only manufacturing. Then you need IT, you need IT services, you need the supply chain, you need the marketing. So it creates the entire ecosystem. There is a reason manufacturing is critical and important. Then global opportunities. Yeah, please sit down. So next time I need beyond this camera point answer, not this side. I'm little biased for the people sitting in the front, and I want to connect more and more with that side. Okay, because they are innovative people. So those who feel they are innovative, you can start sitting in the back. Of course, you have to take permission from your faculty. They have some order of sitting. Based on innovation, they can sit anywhere. Okay. Okay, so global opportunities, I talk about China plus one. This has given a huge opportunity. My own company, which is Indian company, I started in year 2000, now this is our 26th year. We are having more than 45% our export. So that is kind of opportunity every company will have, whether it's a manufacturing or it's a IT or services or supply chain, everyone will have a huge opportunity. That's opportunity. But what is important is, I want somebody to read it loud. Please read loud. Mic is there?
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind.
I am Krina Patel. So you are not entering the job market, you are entering one of the most exciting growth stories of India.
Right? So what is written above is not so critical and important. When we talk about the growth story, that's fine, this is there, we all know. But what is important is, you're not going to the job market. Forget about these packages. Most of institute today, unfortunately, both student and institute, they only talk about the last year our highest paid is this much, my average is this much. Please get out of this, because your opportunity is unlimited. Don't go by who got the highest package and what was the average package in the previous batch. So you have this one. You are entering into growth trajectory of the country, and you have unlimited opportunity. It's up to you. But so this is something taken from the net. By 2031, we say that we will be the third largest economy. By 2035, will be 10 trillion economy. Will be the global innovation hub. Will be major manufacturing destination. Okay. What is our current economy size? Anybody?
$4.15 trillion.
Okay. Very good understanding. What is our position today? Sometime fifth, sometime fourth. Okay. Because the number with between India and Germany is very, very similar. Again, Japan is also not far away. So that's what we are saying, by 2031 we will cross Japan. But who is our next? What is their number today? $19 trillion. We are becoming too happy with the number what we have. Right? So lot to do actually. And China didn't build over in a day. They created, their major work started in 2000, somewhere around 8, 10. And by, of course they started much before, but that was their trajectory. And by 2020, they went out of the world in their growth. Of course, after 2020, lot of restriction by world, and then China plus one has of course stagnated their growth, but they are much higher to think about. This is long-term view. What we are saying is maybe by 2035 will be third. By 2070, maybe China, India, US will be all at same page, close to 50 trillion. It's almost 12 times than what we have today. Is a projection. Okay? Projection is projection. But what is important? The challenges. While we are saying it, these are the possibilities. This is not given, this is not assured. We have huge gap in skill. Okay? Because I am from industry, I know that when somebody comes from, engineer come from a very good engineering college, for at least 6 months to 1 year, we always say he is learning. He is under training. He is a graduate engineer trainee. Reason, when they come, they are not ready for the industry. They may be having good mark sheet and they will be having good certificate. But that is the big gap. Now this I am talking about that elite group. Now let's say the operating. We have huge population and we hear now and then that there is a lot of unemployment, but industry is struggling with the manpower. We don't have manpower to produce. Again, the problem is the gap in skill. They are not skilled enough. They are not motivated to work there. They don't want to work in the industry. The again reason is the skill and mindset. They don't have mindset for that kind of growth. Then we have again quality of education. Maybe you are in the best of institute, and I don't want to say that your quality of education is bad, but most of the education. Now let me ask here: are you preparing for examination, or you are preparing for future? You may say yes here during the this kind of discussion, but back in your room, you will be always preparing for the some good score, right? It's not required. Today, corporate world doesn't see that are you topper or you are gold medalist, but what they are looking into you is are you fit for them? So besides your study, please think about it. How can I become fit for the corporate when I go out? 2 years time, big time. But start thinking about that. Don't blame to institute that they don't have this kind of nurturing us for that, but they are doing a lot, because I was going through your various curriculum and then activities. You have a lot of things to do, but it's up to you. Again, on industry side, we have gap in manufacturing competencies. Huge gap. Today, yes, this side. What is our manufacturing contribution in GDP? The back side, beyond camera. Loud. 16%. What is China? Okay, it was somewhere 28 earlier, now it has come to 25. Huge gap. Here when we talk about, let's say 4 trillion economy, and when we say 16% and 25%, Europe at time was close to 30% when they are peak of their manufacturing. So any developed country, you want to become developed, first of all, you need to increase your percentage of manufacturing. But problem is the next one. What is that? R&D. Innovation and R&D. We are still investing below 1% in R&D as average. Actual figure is 0.2, 0.3% of total, I'll not say GDP, of sale of any company. Of course, the cumulative becomes a GDP. 0.2, 0.3%. What would be, let's say, Europe? Anybody? This side. How much Europe invest in their R&D and innovation? Germany. Any number is okay. You need not to worry, because you don't know answer, but you just give your number. Yeah, please. You are not given punishment for wrong answer. There is no copy check. No number?
Jains.
Jain?
Sir, here.
Yes.
Jain, sir, I think it's about 8 to 10%.
No, it's 4%. 8 to 10 is a huge number only to spend on R&D, because if you say 8 to 10% is spent there for R&D, but yes, there are organizations like NVIDIA and those, because they have to only invest in the R&D. So they're tech company, so they can afford that. Otherwise, all your profit will go into R&D. But 4% is a huge number. China spent 2.5% in their R&D. But still we are making India, but everything from outside. Even to make a needle, we need a technology. The problem is not only the manufacturing, but our mindset. Do I really aspire to buy the product which is made in India, designed in India, versus made in Japan? So I will firstly prefer made in Japan, made in Germany. That's our big problem. We all need to come out of this mindset, the big mindset problem. That's how Indian company not investing in R&D, because it is not accepted. Do you see that Tata car inferior than Suzuki? No, but still Suzuki is a top because our mindset is foreign brand. I'm finding it good. At least this generation started adopting. You are now buying iPhone made in India, but you are buying because it was made by Apple in US. But if some Indian entrepreneur would have come out with a similar iPhone, you will still say foreign brand hi lenge. So this generation, my request is please come out of this mindset. Today I am not saying to differentiate between the foreign made and India made, but mindset we need to come out. When we have the product which is made by our engineer, either our engineers are working in those companies outside, we accept them. Our engineers, when they work in our country, we don't accept that. So this mindset need to change to have a more spend in R&D. Slowly it is changing. Slowly acceptance is changing. Otherwise, in automotive at least, you go to any OEM, they will say, do you have joint venture? Do you have any TA partnership? And they will be comfortable and happy if you say, I have something from Germany. If I say, no, I have done 5 years of research in India, they will, no, we don't believe in that. So that was a problem. Now this problem is getting broken, and this generation need to break it more and more. Then only we can think about 10 trillion by 2035 or third economy in by 2031. When we are talking about 50 by 2070. I may not see 2070, but you will be seeing that. Right? So please think about that, how we will create that. Only by developing ourselves, innovating ourselves, and creating mindset to accept. I am happy that at least your institute is promoting a lot of Indianness. So 2 years some mindset change may happen, but try to see that without differentiating between what is foreign made and this one. Don't have a special love for that. If your Indian product is good, why not to go for it? Somebody to read for me. Yeah, the last one.
Jai Hind sir, my name is Manasvi Sabu. India's future is not guaranteed. It is an opportunity. Whether India becomes a $10 trillion economy depends on how effectively today's young professionals convert opportunities into results.
Okay, so do you see your future in what I said in part 1? Few people only see the future. Do you see future in whatever I shown you? Now little more. So one more. बहुत सारे आह्वान करना पड़ते हैं ना, तब जाके आता है, अदरवाइज नहीं आता है. But see that this is the future. If you are the student of management and you start thinking about that, if you don't start thinking about that, then it's not to go for the management. It's not required. So yes, being a management student, you have to start thinking big. You have to start thinking, aligning with the purpose, and then find your future. Now, when we see the India growing double and triple in economy, with all this manufacturing, so many growth factor, then your global manufacturing hub. If you really connect with that, you will find future. And that is what future I was talking about. So please try to connect while you are studying about future. Don't see that which company will come for my placement and what kind of thing they will offer. If you create the bigger goal, bigger target, that money will come, don't worry. There are many pairs for the good people. I go to my second topic. While the last one I ended with opportunity and future, This future is possible if we develop those skills. And those skills is what you need to develop aligning with that. I have only noted down few things. While during your curriculum you can maybe there will be subject to say that what skill is required, and then we today talk about soft skill, hard skill, life skill, many skill, okay, that you take care of that. But few things in my perspective, what is important for future is, today the corporate do not want people for work. They don't want people just to come and work. If it is just work, it can be taken care by AI. AI will do that. Or in industry, automation will do, robotics will do. What they need is the people who can solve the problem. You can identify the problem and who can solve the problem. So think about the skill of problem solving, not just doing the job. When you are learning, again, ERP, SAP, one is how to operate, how to work on this. But that's a basic operator job. But if you want to become a management, you want to become manager, you want to become a leader, then you need to think about what is the problem the corporate industry is having, which I am going to solve. If you work with that mindset, if you create your skill in that direction, then only your education will be useful. Second part is data and AI literacy. I need not to say about that. You all are advanced in that, continue. But not as a user. We are the user of all this AI and data. Can you become creator? Otherwise, when you are using, then you are becoming slave of those AI. If you become creator, become master, then you will running AI. So this second topic, please think about the different angle. Can I master it? Can I become master, or I want to be slave? You are not the people to become slave of all this digital world. There may be millions of people who will be just using, but you think your position in terms of creation. Communication, given thing. Many people I come across, when I sit with them, they come and say, I have many ideas, sir. But they fail to tell what is his idea. They fail to influence the stakeholder to take on his idea. Each one of you, even while listening me, who are active listening, there may be somebody who will be watching that when this time will be over. But who are actually listening, the many ideas may be coming. Are you able to translate that idea into action? Are you able to engage the stakeholder to further deploy your idea? Don't see communication in terms of, again, presentation skill, PowerPoint, how well you speak. These are the basic. As a management is done, you need to think that how can I express my idea, how can I engage the stakeholder, and how can I bring the solution. Right? Make sense? Collaboration. Today is the word of networking. I gave example from pencil. Unless you collaborate within the team, across the globe, across the companies, across the country, you can't become the manager. Then final, learning agility. Some of you may be thinking my learning 2 साल और, correct ना? बहुत पढ़ लिया, especially your 11th, 12th, 10th, so many exams, so many board. Now then you must be thinking, ये तो last है. But listen from me. Your learning should never die down. It should continue. And you have to learn and unlearn. Not to overshoot time, I am still watching this one. If 4-5 minute overshooting is fine. Okay? यू आर नॉट बोर्ड? चलो कुछ तो अच्छा आवाज आया, अभी भी जाग रहे हैं. ओके, आई विल गिव वन. सो टू अवेक somebody who is little bit hazy, I'll give one story about unlearn. We listen many times unlearn, right? But nobody tells how to unlearn. हर कोई बोलते कि unlearn करो, unlearn करो. So I'll give one example. Is a half. This is a story from Buddhist monk. So Buddhist monk has their disciple, like you. They come to monk first day of their orientation, same like you. They come to the session. They don't sit on the chair, of course. You can imagine that how they sit. So monk came, super silence, like what was there when I came at 10 o'clock. And there was a hot kettle and there was a cup and plate. And silence. And he started pouring green tea or tea, herbal tea, something. And it started overflowing. It overflowed the cup. Now it was trying to overflow the plate. And he was just talking to the disciple. So very curious disciple felt that master is perhaps forgotten or is not seeing this one. And he said, Master, it is overflowing. It is going to waste. He said, yes, you have learned the technique. So he removed this one. He put on another jar. And he said, can I pour now? He said, yes. He said, today's session is over. This is your orientation. So this is the learning and unlearning you need to create. Somebody got the message? If your mind is full of one thought, one idea, whatever will pour will go waste. It don't go inside the brain. So you need to download something, delete. Your computer, your mobile is having lot of trash file, but still you love to keep that. Remove it. Keep on deleting what is not required. Let fresh thing come in. Otherwise you need a larger storage. But your storage is again limited. You cannot have another. Can you have something on cloud for your brain? No. You can't say, okay, Mr. Musk gives me, I will pay you so much, some of my brain keep it in the cloud. Not possible. So continuously you have to follow this method of learn and learn, unlearn, and have continuous learning throughout your journey. पढ़ाई का अंत नहीं है after 2 years. Everybody knows Hindi, na? Because I can't speak Marathi if many people from here. Okay, so that is about what skill is required. Now I'll tell you some quick thing about learning. आपके स्कूल कॉलेज में बहुत पढ़ाया जाता है. मुझे मालूम नहीं कि मैं जो बता रहा हूँ वो आपने कभी किया है. But try to understand this one. And if you really understand, and this is learning for building skill. So my 3-4 slide will be important, critical. Please give attention to that. Path to skill. कैसे पहुंचे? दी पहला सीढ़ी है. Somebody to help me to read. Yeah, you can also read.
Jain sir, my name is Aritra Raj. So what we can see is it's written unconscious competence.
Incompetence.
Unconscious incompetence, swinging a tennis racket without knowing how to do it.
So we start with unconscious incompetence. When we start to learn something new, one is we don't know and we are not competent. Right? The very first day you don't know that how SAP works, what are the different modules. So that is unconscious incompetence because you have been not taught. And to just give example, let's say somebody wants to learn tennis, and if I take him to tennis, he cannot hit the ball because he is not competent. He has not been taught. This is the first stage, which is called unconscious incompetence. What is second?
The second stage is conscious competence. An expert shows us how to, and we feel awkward. This doesn't work for me.
Yeah. So you go to tennis court, and then your master, your teacher, coach says that how to hit the ball. He give you technique, but it doesn't work for you. When you hit the ball, it is still doesn't cross the net, or it crosses that the line. It happens. Some other game. You can create with this. Consciousness is there. The is taught to you. Is told that okay, you have to hold the racket like this. You have to stand like this. You put the ball here. You throw the ball here, and he demonstrate also. But do you get that? So this level is you are conscious about the subject, but you are incompetent still. So first level start with not knowing anything. Then second thing is you know how to do, but you are unable to do. Then this is third level.
Third level is conscious competence. With practice, we feel somewhat more comfortable. However, we still wonder if this is right for me.
Yeah, the second one is now you practice, then you build a competence. So this is the stage where you are conscious competence. You are conscious about that, how to do, and you are competent because you have practiced. But still you feel I am not master. I still feel something, some gap. So you need to go to this fourth level. What is fourth level?
The fourth level is unconscious competence.
Fourth
the new
level
form,
is, yeah.
the new form is drilled into our muscle memory, and we feel completely natural doing it.
Okay, how many people here, anybody drive the car? Maybe many. Okay, somebody came today by car from home to the institute? Everybody lives here? Okay. Okay, so when, let's say, you just remember about the first day of your training, was that your unconscious incompetence. You are not knowing, but your trainer told you about the clutch, accelerator, then brake, and then sitting, and then steering. And then with the practice, you could drive it. But while driving, you are so much conscious that you have to all the time see everywhere. Where is a breaker, where is this one, what is coming, what is not going. But today when you become competent, you are totally unconscious. You don't know which way that breaker comes. Automatically your leg will go, and sometimes you don't know how I reach this place. Yes, ma'am? Because, so that is the level of the competency you need to create. Unconscious competence, where it is automatically coming. So this is a label I want you, whenever you develop your competency or skill, go to this level. Then you become full. I also give few more on this setting of learning. Information plus commentary is the knowledge, what you get in the classroom or what you are getting from me. We are only getting the knowledge. Information plus commentary. Otherwise it's just reading. Knowledge plus feedback is understanding. When your professor teaches you and then you try to ask him question about what you have not understood or what you try, so the knowledge plus feedback is understanding. So first level is knowledge, second level is understanding. Once you understand, then understanding plus drive to use and schedule is a skill. Let's say you get the knowledge, you get the understanding. Unless you have desire, willingness to do something and you plan it to do, you cannot develop this skill. So to develop a skill in your management field, you have to have a knowledge, you have to have understanding, then you should have the desire and motivation to use that knowledge and understanding to develop a skill. And then finally reach to unconscious competence. What was the word? Unconscious competence. सोते हुए भी वो चीज़ समझ में आ जानी चाहिए, नींद में भी समझ में आनी चाहिए. Okay, so for the skill development, I'll give another theory of Professor Suji Shiba. Suji Shiba is a Japanese. He is my guru. He is the guru of TQM, then he is guru of breakthrough management. He was teaching breakthrough management at Sloan School of Management. So he developed this theory, fishball theory. I'm not going to tell you fully, but just memorize some picture was there about fishball. And he is also popular in India. He was given Padma Shri in India for his contribution to manufacturing industry by then President Mrs. Pratibha Patil. So if you Google his name, you'll find all his detail about him. So he evolved a fishball theory. So fishball is that if you want to really understand any situation, then you get into that situation yourself. It's like swimming with the fish, which is first part. Then from there you come out and see that what you have seen, what you have understood, and then generate your own hypothesis about the situation and problem. And then finally go to the solution, and solution is having 5-stage discovery. Now interesting story about Professor Suji Shiba, that of course he went to the TQM and breakthrough management later, but he was a student of psychology. So in psychology, when he was doing his research way back in somewhere 1970, so he was studying the behavior of the workers in Asian places. So his and that was time he evolved this fishball theory to understand their behavior, because it was Asia. He came to India at near Delhi. There is a thermal power plant closer to Delhi. He went there. Then what he saw is the workers live in a tent, and there are a lot of mosquito and everything. To understand their behavior, he went there. He lived over there. And he wanted to also experience, because they used to get malaria and this one, then he wanted to experience that when I get malaria, what kind of feeling and behavior I'll have. So he spent 3 months time of his research there. So that is a fishball. So you want to understand about something, you do yourself. So example, this somebody going to the marketing. You cannot do marketing sitting in your desk. If, of course, you are the student of ERP and SAP, but if you are going for the marketing of consumer good which is sold in the rural India, you go there and firstly have this fishball experience, and then come out with the hypothesis and solution for that. So that will then create your real skill. Otherwise, all theory and understanding. So in your field, find out where is your fishball. How you want to go to those fishball and see that whether it is only fish or there are shark or what are the things over there. And then come out what is the real problem in that word which you want to solve. So fishball is nothing but your real situation and which you need to experience. And then come out with your hypothesis. For hypothesis and solution, you will be taught in your curriculum. I'm not worried about that. But maybe fishball will be not given to you. So try to find whether you are doing your summer intern, or you are doing some project. Check your fishball. Get into fishball. Swim with the fish. Then come out and say, it is good, bad, ugly, or what is the situation. Okay? So you today at least know one theory, which is fishball theory, which is required for skill building. Real skill building, real problem identification, real solution. Okay, my third chapter. Still we have time. It's mindset. Future growth, perspective, skill. I have a skill, but I don't have willingness to apply my skill. I don't have motivation. I don't have drive. Then it's all waste. So much of education, so much of knowledge, so much of skill. So I will not talk much. I will only ask somebody to read that blue written below. What is mindset?
Skills determine what is mindset. Skills determine what you can do. Mindset determines how far you can go.
Yes. So once you get a skill, you know what you can do, but mindset will say that how much you can conquer. Okay? So you can read this book by Carol Dweck, Dr. Carol Dweck. A simple book. If today you don't want to read a book, then you can check digital reading, or you can go through some YouTube. A lot of material is available. And then you will see that what is mindset, how can I really manage my mindset. So she has written about, generally when we say that mindset, then we say positive and negative. What she said, there is no positive negative mindset. There is a mindset, the fixed mindset and growth mindset. And that is what she is trying to tell, that fixed mindset is something which we are born with, because we are born with certain set of ideas. And when we want to stick with those ideas, those are the fixed mindset. But the growth mindset will challenge and seek the opportunity. Like I said, there are so many challenges. Today you have oil crisis, you had Y2K crisis 25 years before, you had COVID 5 years before, 6 years before. So how you seek the opportunity is a growth mindset. And one is thinking too much problem, because there is no oil, no gas. And if you start thinking too much problem, then that is fixed mindset. Today most of household is having now this cooktop, electrical cooktop instead of gases. There is a changing, adopting. So you take challenge as an opportunity, and the fixed mindset feel the effort is unnecessarily. अरे किसी ने अभी तक किया नहीं, क्या होगा? But growth mindset said, challenge, let me try. And the people with fixed mindset are averse to getting feedback. They're not accepting the feedback given to them. And then the growth mindset is always welcome the feedback. And blame to others and taking responsibility. If somebody comes late, what is first excuse? Traffic. You know traffic is there. If you take responsibility, you will start early. Or sometime you will say that my bike got punctured. If you want to take responsibility, you will take care of maintenance. So this is the what you need to create. I will strongly suggest to go through at least few this thing slide or video, or if somebody wants to read, please read the book. There are certain proven strategy to develop growth mindset. She has written lot of element. I have only taken some 4-5, like take view challenges as an opportunity. As a management student, you see that how these challenges will bring opportunity for the business or the work or environment. Focus on process instead of the end result. What Krishna said in Gita to Arjun is very relevant to us. Karma karo, phal ki chinta mat karo. So focus on that. Of course, Stephen Covey said that you start with the end, you start with the result. So there are different theories. But I still say that focus on the process and focus on the work. Cultivate a sense of purpose. That's what since morning I am saying, that what is purpose? If you connect your growth with something bigger, so that is purpose. If you think about only your growth, or then it is selfishness. With selfishness you can do a little. With a bigger purpose you can do a large. choose learning well over the learning fast. So this is another big problem, that we want to learn fast, do everything fast, but then we lack the depth. And that's what I was talking about when we talk about R&D, we want to talk innovation, then we need to get to depth. Learn from the mistake, not by only yours, by others. Why to take same mistake which somebody has done? If you want to do mistake, then do some new mistake. That's welcome, but not same mistake. Learn to receive constructive criticism, okay? So growth opportunity mindset is all about openness to learning. So I will give few slide about what are these blocks your openness to learning. Somebody thinking I already know it. Let's say that some deliberation, some lecture is going on and you have already gone through it. Once you say, "Arey to pata hai mere ko," so first of your mind will be blocked. Be open, something new may come, or you may contribute. Not invented here, so we stop inventing. Prove it to me. ये बहुत बार होता है. If somebody say that करके चलो दिखाओ, सुन लो उसका आइडिया है तो. So don't challenge for that. And this is many, you are still not in the corporate world, not my job, माझा काम नहीं. This is very prevalent in the industry. किसी के पास भी चले जाओ, माझा काम नहीं. Nobody knows किसका काम है. So please refrain from this. Not my job. We could not do that. Though these are the mindset which blocks the learning. So come out of that. I am okay to share this presentation. So somebody really, if demand is there, if no demand, then I will not send. Openness is participate. Listen. More listen. This year, there's a reason you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So half the talk and twice the listening. Few more slides, quick one. Quickly I forward mindset change for learning and growth. Normally that I give to the corporate, but today I give to you also because, as I said, it is only 2 years gap to enter into corporate. Mindset number 1, MFA. What is MFA? Me first attitude. This is the one of the biggest problem in India. If you go to the road, why roads are blocked is because of MFA. Don't want to wait in the queue. So I will try to say I will be the first. You don't follow that. And this is the roadblock. Does this help? No. This slow down. So please refrain from MFA. But it's not your problem. Since your childhood you are taught who is the first, who will raise the first hand or the cleverest student. So MFA to change to customer first in any situation. Think about customer, not me. This is what? Girls, especially be aware. Okay? What to do? So I'll tell you again quick, good story about Japanese and Indian. It is said that it is difficult in a debate, it is difficult to stop Indian to talk. And it is more difficult to encourage Japanese to start. But they talk less, they listen more. I worked with the Japanese many years, Japanese, European, so I can tell, and then again the Chinese industry. This same as माझा काम नहीं. PTB, pass the buck. So take responsibility. And you are going to be the future manager. If you start passing the buck, for the passing the buck, the simple is माझा काम नहीं, मेरा काम नहीं, किसका पता नहीं. If you start taking ownership, accountability, responsibility, then refrain from this kind of theory. Okay, I'm coming to the last one. Again 3. So what is formula? Now finally with this three topic, I made one formula. Your future success is equal to opportunity multiplied by skill multiplied by mindset. Not plus plus plus, it's multiplication. We talked about opportunity. We have how much opportunity? Your lifetime? 70 trillion. Okay? करोड़ में पता नहीं कितने सारे जीरो लग जाएंगे. Dollar, that is also dollar. So that is opportunity we have. We need to be skillful to manage those opportunity, to be ready for that opportunity. And finally, even skill will not work if I don't have mindset. Agree? Yes, sir. Backside? Yes, sir. Should I come over there? No? Okay. So this is my last slide. Opportunity is that India's growth story is an opportunity for all of us. Skill, fishball theory. Get into fishball to get skilled, to get the real problem, real understanding, and finally the mindset. So skill what will make you employable, but mindset what makes you exceptional. So with this formula, I end up my deliberation. Thank you very much for being such a nice audience. I'll be happy if any of this formula is useful to you. So I'm open to any question answer. Yes.
Jain sir, my name is Aryan Chaturvedi. I just have a request that you please share the PPT because it was really insightful.
If I get more requests, then I will send.
Okay sir, thank you.
Okay.
Can you all raise the hand? All are looking forward for sir's presentation.
I'll be also happy for some down hand. It's not necessary that everybody has to do that. Okay, thank you very much. I will send it to your faculty and then you get from them. But I'll be happy if you are able to really understand it. And in the presentation, I'll put my number. If somebody wants to contact me to understand any of the concept, because what I have showed is the tip of iceberg. Below that, for every aspect, you need to understand that what is fishball theory and what is that mindset, how to create the skill. It is a question of really imbibing that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Any other question or anything you have not understood from me? No question is a big problem. No question means no understanding. If question means there will be understanding. So my request to you, not for my session, because I will end, start developing your attitude for questions. For powerful question, for relevant question, and question which benefit the society. This is your society, this is your group. Not MFA. MFA is me first. Don't ask question which is only selfish to you, but that is useful to the group. So try to formulate in any deliberation, try to formulate the question which will help you and others. Okay? No more question, then I will end. Okay, thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Have a great journey and see that how you can think about your future with the nation building. Thank you very much.